Welcome to the brand new Care for Tomorrow event in Forge of Empires, which seems to be replacing the soccer event. There's tons of stuff to go over today, starting with some very interesting buildings. The main event building gives a grand total of 0, yes, 0 attack boosts, but instead it will give a 1 to 3% forge point boost, rather like a pocket Forgotten Temple. It also is the most efficient main event building for forge points, and will give both next stage goods and next stage units. It's definitely interesting, and especially for those of us who can already reach high attrition, or high enough attrition that we don't want to waste the time of auto-battling there, it's a fantastic building, though a bit large at 6x6. One that might be worth placing for every player is the Orchard of Orange Dreams. It provides a lot of everything, from population through defense boosts for various armies, even quantum incursion boosts, goods, and forge points. However, this building is going to be rather limited. You can only get it from the World Challenge, which we'll talk about later. I expect most players can probably get 2 of these for free. In addition to those amazing specimens and many more, I'll link the full announcement below if you want to see the list, this event brings 2 new general buildings that we may see appear in future events too. The Wish Fountain lasts only 30 collections, but gives a random production of fragments for just about everything from recent events. This is the entire list of all 91 productions, and as you can tell, it's pretty long. You get a third of the fragments needed to assemble each item with a 1 to 2% chance of each, so it's unlikely that you'll get a full kit from the Wish Fountain. However, it is certainly an interesting building nonetheless. You would require 10 Wish Fountains to average a full kit of most of the rewards, and 5 for those with a 2% chance. Some of those 2% chance rewards are pretty good too, including the Tarot Card Caravans, Chocolate Golden Upgrades, Level 1 Nutcrackers, and Golden Upgrades for the Animal Crossing. The second general building is the Chrono Column, again limited, but this time for just 1 day, where it will boost the start of your Quantum Incursion season. You get extra resources, goods, and units to use, but there is a catch. This building only lasts for that 1 day, so you must place it so that it is active when the incursion starts. If you place it after the start, you do not get the resources. But enough about the buildings. Let's look at the minigame. It's the standard merge game where there are 3 different colors of tiles: red ladybugs, green leaves, and blue algae. Each color has 4 different levels of tiles. When you start the minigame, there will be 32 of these locked behind glass. Each of these will have either a top or bottom of a key. You can spawn unlocked tiles for 20 workers each that are not behind glass, but also have no key piece. By merging a free tile with a locked tile, you break the glass, get a little bit of progress and a small reward, and the tile will advance 1 level. Merging will carry over the keys, and so by merging a top and bottom key, you get a full key. You can convert this tile then to get keys that you can then spend on chests over to the right. Level 4 tiles with keys give you 6 keys, while level 3 and below will only give 2. Once you're ready to move on to the next board, you can do so via this button. If you clear the entire board by freeing all locked tiles, you can reset for free and will get a reward from this box, which is the only way to get a lot of Wish Fountains or Chrono Columns. Clearing a board is expensive though, so in most cases you will want to move on to new boards by paying a small fee of workers. This fee doubles for each reset that you pay on each day. If you've played this event before, know that the cost for spawning tiles and for resetting boards has been doubled, but now you get more than double the progress from tiles. This means that you will have to play slightly differently than before. In order to solve a board, the process is relatively simple. Spawn however many tiles you plan on spawning. In this example, I'm doing 6. Then choose just 1 color to focus on and ignore the other 2 colors. I'm choosing red. With there being only 1 level 1 tile to merge with, it's an easy choice. As that one has a key bottom, I now want to merge with a tile that has the top of a key so that I get a full key. As I have that full key, it doesn't matter which key piece the level 3 tile I merge with has, and same with level 4. Do note that we want to clear out all the locked level 4 pieces. They give you 4 progress, which is extremely helpful. Never leave locked level 4s behind if you have a free level 4 tile. With that done, I can convert it into keys and move on to green. Here I have 2 unlocked pieces, a level 1 and a level 2. Starting with the lowest, the level 1, I have some choices. I could merge with a key bottom or a top, but it doesn't matter as I have level 2 pieces with either, and thus can make a full key. I'm choosing the bottom and then can merge it onto the level 3. We also have the unlocked level 2 piece, and I'll merge that with the key bottom here. I can then merge the resulting level 3 piece with this one to get a full key on level 4, and can merge the other level 3 piece with the key with the other remaining locked level 3 piece. All that's left is to finish up by merging with the locked level 4 pieces, and we can move on to blue. I've got no choice but to merge with the bottom key, and then want to merge with the level 2 piece with the key top to make a full key. Next, I have a few choices for which piece to merge my unlocked level 3 piece with, but I'm going with the key top. Why? Because this board only has locked blue pieces with key bottoms. If I choose the key bottom here, I won't be able to make another full key. I can then merge the level 3 piece I had with a full key to bring it up to level 4, and then can wrap up the board by merging with the locked level 4 pieces. I'm not using the level 4 piece that I spawned here, as I can't make another key with the pieces on this board. Now I can convert everything and move on to the next board. Some of my tips here are to work on only one color at a time to stay more focused. Always prioritize making more keys if possible, as that's how you get more progress and rewards. Also, prioritize merging with locked pieces rather than free pieces to get more progress. Locked pieces give progress while merging, free pieces do not. Plan out your merges before you make them to ensure that you can get keys. Don't just merge based on shape, but try to merge top and bottom key pieces too. Once you play the minigame a few times, you should start to get the hang of it and become much faster in figuring out the merges you need to make. This event also brings some boosters, which are now standard for this minigame. The cell multiplier will spawn a random unlocked tile for free. Treat these as being worth 20 workers and spread them out to spawn more tiles across the remaining time in the event. The cell divider creates 2 tiles from 1, copying any key fragments. This is extremely handy in clearing out boards. So you need 2 level 1 tiles unlocked but have a free level 2 tile. This is a lot cheaper than spawning a whole bunch of tiles. It's also useful if you need more keys. You can use it to split a level 4 tile with a key into 2 level 3 tiles with keys, where you can merge them with other level 3 tiles to double the amount of keys you get. The rainbow essence is a little confusing at first. You can choose one color on the board to convert into a colorless bunch of test tubes, including colorless keys. Any color can be merged with colorless tiles, but you are unable to convert colorless keys. This booster can be useful to generate more of a specific key color if you are running short. Simply convert a color you have many keys of to colorless, and merge with the one you don't. If you're really in a pinch, converting 2 colors to colorless can be quite useful. You can also use it to clear boards faster if you're unlucky with spawns. You start with one of each of these boosters and can get more from this event's mini-challenges. Bear and Alaric will be challenging us twice this event, and as always, they will happen on Tuesdays, starting the week after the event begins. The full quest lines are linked below and pinned in the event thread over on Discord, as always. Bear and Alaric's offerings aren't too hard this time, and you'll be able to gain 400 workers, 20 cell multipliers, 10 cell dividers, and 5 rainbow essences from each, on top of rewards like the new Wish Fountain and Chrono Column. Even the flowering bougainvillea tree from last year's soccer event will be making an appearance as the 32 quest reward from the second challenge. In terms of completing these challenges, here's the easiest way to do it. First, on Monday, only play 2 of the 3 boards you plan on playing. Pay the reset cost for the 3rd board, but don't merge any tiles. This gives you an extra board to use during those challenges. For quests asking you to merge pieces together, do as few merges as possible to be able to complete the quests, then immediately complete the quest. For example, the first quest of the first challenge is to free 2 locked level 4 tiles. If you can merge with 2 level 4s right away, do that. If not, merge a level 3 up to do so, and if there are no unlocked level 3s, go to level 2s. The fewer tiles you have to merge to complete the quest, the better. Similarly, once you've merged your tiles, don't convert them into keys. Some of the quests will ask you to acquire keys of certain colors, so you want to save tiles with full keys until those quests show up. There are several production quests, but only half of them will need productions from buildings of your age. These are marked on my spreadsheet in bold. Prepare accordingly and consider using blacksmiths for the quests that don't need productions of your age. For example, Quest 12 and Quest 16 both require 10 4-hour productions, but Quest 16 requires them to be of your age. If you have 10 current age production buildings and 10 blacksmiths, you can use one finished supply productions item to finish the productions needed for both quests at the same time. You'll need to do a decent number of fights and guild expeditions negotiations to complete the quest line. If you don't want to spend a bunch of medals to complete these quests, I'd leave the expeditions to only the negotiations and find your fights elsewhere. PvP is a good option, especially if you don't aid your neighborhood on the Mondays before the challenges. You can also use the PvP arena and continent map to fit in some more fights. It's important that you remember that you have 2 days for these challenges. While completing them in 1 day might look cool, you'll be spending a lot more on board reset costs than you need to. Just complete as much of it as you can the first day and then complete the remaining quests the next. Waiting will also help you reduce the number of finished supply production items that you need. As I mentioned earlier, the spreadsheet with the quests is pinned in the Discord event thread and linked below the like button so that you know what's coming. They'll be updated with any changes. Our strategy for spending workers is to spawn 7 tiles per board and play about 2 to 3 boards per day depending on your mini-challenge participation. If you plan on not completing the mini-challenges, play 3 boards about half the time. If you are completing the mini-challenges, you may want to still only play 3 boards about half the time and spend more on the mini-challenge days. Or you could probably be safe playing 3 boards with 7 spawns each day. It really depends on how expensive it will be for you to complete those mini-challenges. Regardless of strategy, as long as you play a minimum of 2 boards per day with 7 spawns each, you are locked in to getting the main event building. Don't worry about fully clearing boards. You do get an extra reward, but unless you specifically want those rewards or are planning to spend a lot on the event, it's probably not worth it. To get the most progress possible, you can choose to open the most expensive 3-star chest each day. The first chest you open each day will give double progress points and double rewards, so it's a pretty good boost. However, it will also take away from the number of daily specials you can get. Don't forget to collect incidents and play the daily challenges to get the most extra workers that you can. As you get more workers to spend, increase the number of tiles you spawn for each board so that you can spread out the workers across the entire event. If you wait until the end to use all your extra workers, you'll waste a lot of them on resetting the board or trying to clear them. At the same time though, you might want to give boards at the end of the event more extra spawns than those at the start, as you could get better rewards from this event's new mechanic. This event introduces the World Challenge, which you can reach by clicking on the cockatoo. With every 20 tiles you unlock in the minigame, you will be able to claim a reward here. You can get 20 to 60 fragments of the Orchard of Orange Dreams, with it starting at 20 fragments at level 1 and increasing by 2 until level 20. However, your level is not really dependent on yourself, rather your entire world. Once your world's entire group of active players has acquired enough progress to have, on average, reached 20 tiles flipped each, you advance the level. This not only gives you more fragments of the orchard, but you can also claim a special reward if you've unlocked 20 tiles enough times as shown in this chart. If you play the event right, I believe you should be able to easily get 2 orchards for free, and may be able to get 3 if you're lucky. Additionally, gaining progress as a world will contribute to planting trees. Every quarter of the way to each level, your world will gain an extra 5 trees that will be planted in the real world. InnoGames is working with Dots.eco and are aiming to plant a total of 200,000 trees, so I hope that they're able to do it. If you want to get the most from this event, you'll want to keep an eye on daily specials. I recommend saving your keys until you see a daily special that you want to win. There's just one catch. You won't have an even number of keys. There will always be an imbalance between the colors of keys you have, so it's important that you spend them in a way that reduces that imbalance. The most expensive 3-star chests are the most efficient for progress, and the cheap 1-star chests are the most efficient for daily specials. So make sure to focus on those that give what you want the most. If you want progress, for example, you'd want to spend most of your keys on the most expensive 3-star chests, but might need to open some of the 1 or 2-star chests in order to balance out your key supply. If you have more keys of one color, target chests that have a lot of that color or few of the others. As you open them, you will pick up some of those daily specials, and there are certainly some interesting ones. The Ascended upgrades for the summer event's 2 limited buildings are available in case you want to extend their powerful lifespan. You can also pick up the Aegean Resort and its golden upgrades, or the Mediterranean Memories buildings, all of which are from last year's soccer event. If you want even more soccer event buildings, the Epic 2023 soccer event kit is available, as are the Athlon Abbey and Windmill Farm selection kits. The golden upgrades for those 2 can also be won from the daily specials or from the grand prizes. If none of those sound good, you can always pick up mass self-aid kits, finish special production items, or finish supply production items. The latter are especially helpful for the mini-challenges. If you have none on hand, they may be worth targeting. However, daily specials aren't the only place to get interesting rewards. If you fully complete a board, you get a random reward that could be the Aegean Resort Selection Kit, Wishing Wells, and their Shrink Kits, the Chrono Column and Wish Fountain, a selection kit for the level 1s of the new limited buildings in this event, or a Finish All Special Productions item. If you don't care about progress at all and save all your workers to clear boards, I'd estimate you could complete about 10 boards total. So you won't get many of these prizes unless you plan to spend. If you are going to spend, you should know that you will reach a point where you want to start clearing boards instead of just resetting. By my math, that point is if you're planning to do more than 6 boards per day. Once you start your 7th board, you'll want to be clearing them rather than resetting. This does have the benefit of giving you those board clear rewards though. However, don't expect to get them for cheap. You're looking at about 10,500 diamonds for the ones with 20% chances, and just shy of 21,000 diamonds for the ones with 10% chances if you want large quantities of them. Similarly, if you want to get large quantities of the Orchard of Orange Dreams, it will cost about 22,000 diamonds for each, assuming you're clearing boards fully once your world has reached a world level of 20. That'll give you 60 fragments of the orchard per 20 tiles. If you spend responsibly though, you should be able to get several orchards for much cheaper than 22,000 diamonds. However, I can't give an accurate estimate as it will depend heavily on your specific world's progress through the challenge. In case you're curious, my data suggests a cost of around 27.5 diamonds per progress point and close to 2,100 diamonds per board when you're clearing them fully. This event does have leagues, but the good news is that players in bronze and above will get a building providing fragments of the main building. Just expect players to hold on to keys for a good daily special or the end of the event, which could be a bit of a jump. In the 2024 anniversary event, the leagues jumped about 15% in the last 36 hours, and that was without a world challenge mechanic. Keep that in mind if you're planning to lock down a specific league. I think that about wraps it up though. Resources and such are linked and pinned over on Discord, which is itself linked in the description. Good luck in the event, and as always, I'll see you all next time.